You guys accuse your management of abuse and mistreatment.
I think we trauma bonded.
For me, it's felt a little vulnerable, but also powerful to be able to talk about that.
First of all, congratulations. The way you guys have me scream singing in my car to Love Back,
Hey.
I'm not even kidding. I'm like, if you're not gonna be the one, at least give me back my love.
Yes.
You still got your fingerprints left all over my heart, the same way you would leave your lipstick on my glass.
Talk to me about the video, because you guys did something really special for this visual that also involved your fans, right?
Yeah. So we did a show at the Rey probably 3 weeks ago in LA. It was like a secret show. It was the day that Love Back actually dropped on all platforms. And we were like, we want to do something special for the fans. We're gonna do a secret show and like put out a little RSVP just to people in LA. Like it was very like kind of not talked about. And then we went around LA that day and like surprised fans, like actually, and gave them tickets to the show. And they had no idea what was happening. They were told it was like gonna be for like some documentary about us, and they were gonna answer some questions, but they didn't know we were showing up. So we were actually like walking up. The reactions you see in the video are real, and then we got to give them tickets to the show. And one of the girls, we got to go in her house and like hang out and like play on her keyboard and like sing along. It was amazing.
She was actually a really good singer.
Yeah,
Really?
That's a good song that she wrote.
Not to mention you guys were rolling around in Vespas. I mean, how fun was this shoot?
Oh, I thought the Vespas were steak until I literally ate it. Me and Corbyn were like fully standing on the seats, like up on the Vespa.
Yeah.
And I'm not even kidding, it ran out of gas while I was up like that.
Oh.
And so it started slowing down a little, and I stalled out and go, boom, and flew off.
Like it's on camera too.
I
so.
guess when it runs out of gas, it just
It
stops.
just does.
I think it made a clip in the video.
They do their own stunts, folks. They do their own
Yes, sir. Super intentional.
Well, that night, you guys mentioned that concert. It was your first show in like over 2 years. I mean, how emotional was that? How special was that for you to be
I'm
back?
not gonna lie, soundcheck, I almost cried. Like,
Yeah,
I was trying,
really?
I was holding it back.
There was a point where it felt like we genuinely might not perform again during COVID. And yeah, that was like the toughest reality to face. And so doing a show again was like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was so unreal.
All the emotions came back.
It's like our identity comes out the most on stage. It
And
just
like our
felt so
calling.
fulfilling.
It's like, oh, this is what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Well, when you're
And we
so,
just released Love Back to that same like day.
Yeah.
It was just,
The
like,
fans already knew it too. It was like, whoa.
they know the lyrics.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they're so catchy. Speaking of your fans, I got a chance to watch the video, and it was clear that they were excited to see you guys back on stage too. They've been going hard for you since 2016 when Why Don't We Form. What does it feel like to have that special bond with them?
It's like nothing else, man.
Yeah.
The bond between an artist or a group of artists and their fans it's sacred and it's special and it's very resemblant to like family. And they're our lifeline, and they've literally done everything for us. We would not have this life without each and every single one of those people, and I'm just eternally grateful, and I just want to get more music out for them because that's all they've been begging for lately.
And it's coming, right? It's coming, right?
Oh, sorry. Every artist says this, but our fans are genuinely like,
Yeah.
like actually.
No doubt.
Like, sorry, they're actually.
Baby, I just want my love back. I'd love to love someone new, but I gave it all to you.
It is such a bop. It is so catchy. But then when you actually listen and read the lyrics, you're like, oh, damn, this is kind of heartbreaking.
It's like good for you. I've been bopping that lately, and I'm like crying while I'm.
Well, yeah, instead of crying in the shower, you're just kind of scream singing, like I said. I think Taylor Swift coined the phrase, it's like the hairbrush song, where you're singing in front of the mirror and just getting right? And this song really does mark the beginning of a new era for you guys, especially after a difficult year for the band. I'm curious, does this song take on a different meaning for you, knowing all that you guys have been through together in the last few months?
Yeah, I mean, it was
Absolutely.
Good question.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely does.
definitely been through a lot. It's been a crazy year.
Replace love with time, and it's a whole new song.
My time back.
I just want my time.
No, it's been good, and just to finally get the green light and like be able to put music out again. The fight definitely isn't over as to our statement and everything that's happening. We're definitely making strides in a positive direction, and we just love seeing the fan support and everyone coming around us and supporting us has been the best feeling in the world.
Obviously, in early September, you guys accused your management of abuse and mistreatment. And in the statement you wrote, "Why Don't We is more united and determined than ever to fight for our freedom." How has this experience brought you guys closer together?
You know, we were talking about this yesterday at lunch, quite literally, where, and in all honesty, I was like, I think we trauma bonded. I said that to the guys, and genuinely, I think mentally, even physically at the time, we were in such a crazy tough position that we bonded through it in the weirdest way. And, you know, just yesterday, I was like, what if we just went to like the beach together and did something like normal together? And that's like new for us. It's this really new, healthy relationship we're working on where like we can just bond in some normalcy.
Love Back is the first song that's come out since our truth has been spoken to a certain extent. And so that song definitely does take, you know, even more of an importance in that sense, because it feels like hopefully what's the first step in the right direction, personally and mentally, and even just for our fans and even for the industry, man. Like, we're not the only case of that type of stuff happening. For me, it's felt a little vulnerable, but also powerful to be able to talk about that. And I just hope that, you know, throughout all of this, that if anybody's going through something similar, whether it be in the industry or not, that, you know, we can provide at least a sense of hope to some extent for, you know, for anybody going through rough times.
When things like this happen, I feel like there's that saying where they don't happen to you, they happen for you, right? Like there's lessons to be learned. What would you guys say is the biggest lesson you learned about the business, but also yourselves that you'll like carry with you moving forward because of this?
First of all, just be a good person.
Right. It's that easy too.
Yeah.
It seems that simple, right?
Never doubt yourself.
Never give up.
Surround yourself with people that you genuinely trust and love, and don't waste your time on the other people. Honestly, it sounds selfish, but it's like worth it, and I don't think that that's wrong to do that.
Well, you guys, obviously you have so much cooking up. This is your chance. What do you want the fans to know about this next era, Why Don't We, and what you guys have planned for the upcoming year?
We got our foot on the gas. We got foot on the
Literally,
gas.
the car doesn't have brakes.
Yeah, we got a bunch of music in the vault ready to go. We have a tour that's mostly planned.
Fingers crossed we can go on.
A lot of exciting stuff on the horizon. So stay tuned.
This Vespa is ready to go, right? It's no stalling here.
Go, rev up the Vespa.
This Vespa's revved up. I love it. Well, listen, fellas, congratulations. I'm telling you, this song I can't get out of my head. So I can't wait to see you guys drop next. Do you know can you give any hint on when the next single is gonna drop?
Before next year.
Perfect.
Before next year.
Love it.